If someone went out for a meal and they wanted to eat something healthy, they might need to take the time to look into where would be a good place for them to eat. And once they have found somewhere, they might need to look for the right meal to order. Making the right decision. The reason for this is that if they feel really hungry, they could feel the urge to just go anywhere and to order something that is not good for them. When something like this happens, it will show that their body has taken over their mind. Their mind will have been overpowered by their body, and while this will allow them to feel good in the short term, they will end up paying the price. They could end up feeling guilty, and it could even have an effect on their appearance. A number of responses. Naturally, this is all going to depend on how one's body responds to eating this kind of food. For one thing, their skin could flare up, and it could stay this way for a little while. Alternatively, they could end up gaining a few pounds, and this might stand out. If they are slim, for instance, it is more likely to stand out than if they were already carrying a few extra pounds. Another experience. However, if one knows somewhere that only serves food that is healthy, they won't need to think about where to go. One will know where to go and they will be able to order whatever interests them. Therefore, even if they do feel extremely hungry, it won't result in the eating something that is not good for them. There is then the chance that this is someone who has a good level of self-control. 2 parts. Not only will this allow them to feel good when they are eating something, it will also allow them to feel good after. This shows that when one is able to step back from the present moment and to think about the future, they are going to be a lot better off. There are a number of other areas of one's life that will also benefit from them having the ability to think clearly. For example, if one can also behave in this way when they go out on a date or meet someone for the first time, it will also have a big effect on their life. The first part. If one was looking to employ someone for a job, for instance, they would need to find out if they are suitable for the position. And when it comes to finding someone to be with, it could be said that they will need to do the same thing. Now, this is not to say that one has to behave in the same way. What it comes down to is that they will need to have a clear mind. If they were caught up in how they feel, their mind would end up being put to one side. The right match. Through being able to think clearly, it will give them the chance to find out if someone is right for them. So even though they will have the desire to be with someone, this part of them won't take over. This is not to say that this will always allow them to end you with someone who is right for them, but it will give them a far greater chance. And through being this way, it is likely to save them a lot of problems down the line. Another approach. However, while there will be people who behave in this way, there are going to be others who don't. As a result of this, they will probably be used to ending up with people who are not right for them. When someone like this goes out on a date or meets someone for the first time, they are only going to have one thing in mind. Their main priority will be to take things further and to end up in a relationship with the other person. The point of focus. What this is likely to mean is that they will do everything they can to please them, and this means they won't even think about what they are like. Through being consumed by their need to please the other person, it might not matter if they are not suitable for them. In addition to one can end up perceiving the other person as being perfect, and this will show that they are projecting their undeveloped parts onto them. One is then not seeing them for who they are putting them on a pedestal. The outcome. And if this is how they behave when they meet someone, it is not going to be a surprise if they end up with the wrong people. This could mean that these people are simply not right for them, or they might end up with people who are abusive. Either way, this area of their life is not going to bring them a lot of fulfillment. If they had a business and they had this approach when they needed to employ someone, they might soon lose their business. Stepping back. It is then going to be a good idea for one to look into why they feel so needy. As unless they start to settle down, they will behave in the same way, and this means they will continue to suffer. What this can show is that one's needs were not met when they were younger, and this is then why they feel as they do. This would have meant that they didn't receive what they needed in order to develop in the right way. Awareness. If one experiences life in this way and they want to change their circumstances, they might need to work with a therapist. This will give them the opportunity to look into what is taking place within them and to heal themselves. Prolific writer, author, and coach, Oliver Jr. Cooper, hails from England. His insightful commentary and analysis covers all aspects of human transformation, including love, partnership, self-love, and inner awareness. With over 1,300 in-depth articles highlighting human psychology and behavior, Oliver offers hope along with his sound advice. His current projects include A Dialogue with the Heart and Communication Made Easy.